Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being patient for such a long time. And today I'll be showing you 20 study methods that you can use. So the first one is one of the most popular methods, that is using mind maps. It works by creating associative connections between concepts, and this makes it much easier to see the links between ideas. Another similar method is called the word association. It is comparable to mind maps, but in this case, we link the concepts in linear fashion, and I usually prefer this one. Flashcards. Here I made flashcards using papers from my old notebooks, which I no longer use. It can be very effective when you are testing yourself. You can personalize the cards to make them unique to you as well. Posters. When you have completed the chapter, posters can come as very helpful. You will have every important detail summed up in one page, using colorful highlighters or fine liners. By making the words or sentences stand out, they can be easily seen later on when you are revising. Also, these make the text appear less tedious while studying. There are hundreds of colors you can use for highlighting. I personally love the Stabilo highlighters and fine liners. I use the pastel ones, although they are quite pricey, but they are worth the price paid. Few people are auditory learners, so for those who love to listen to music to cut off noise while studying, I recommend you to listen to podcasts on the topic that you're learning, and it can come off as great help. Group discussions. Study groups promote critical thinking and creativity as new questions and explanations within discussions. Repeat aloud. Repeating the text aloud sharpens your focus and also improves your listening and reading skills. Practical learning. Practical learning through performing experiments can increase your understanding and boost your self-esteem, knowledge and skills both educationally and on the outside world. Read and write notes. This method improves your attention to detail and also promotes active learning. This is one of my favorite studying methods and has never failed me. The Pomodoro technique. Here you study for 25 minutes and then rest for 5 minutes, which is followed by another set of Pomodoro. It is supposed to manage distractions and maintain motivation. Cornell note-taking method. Here you divide the page into 3 sections. In the right side you will be writing down the notes during the lecture while skipping few lines, and prompts, questions, etc. on the left side after the lecture. And you need to fill in the lines on the right side with the things that you have understood, or you are simply retaining the things taught. At the end you have to write the conclusion, which sums up the topic learned. Feynman technique. In this technique, you have to pretend, or you can in real, teach someone. You can pretend to become a teacher, and the things you teach gets observed in your mind for a really long time. Trackers. You can make study trackers or logs that helps you to build habit of studying and motivates you for a long term. The SQ3R method, or the survey question, read, recite, recall method. First, you have to scan the text, the headings, the subheadings, diagrams with captions, highlighted text, etc. Next, you are going to ask yourself questions like, what is this text about? Then you shall read the text and answer the questions you have raised. Next, you need to recite everything you have learned. Then you are going to review or reread the text. the PQ 4R method, or preview, question, read, reflect, recite, review method. There is one extra step, that is to reflect, or you will be relating the materials to your own personal or impersonal experiences. Exercise before studying. You can either go for a walk or do some other cardio exercises or yoga and then study. Studying before bed and in the morning. For this method, you will have to study the material as said before going to bed and after you wake up, and it is quite beneficial for exams. Retrieval practice. Here you can study normally and then you need to cover the notes and recall everything. Spaced practice. In this method, once you are done with your studying, you will have to revise the notes in certain interval of time, or rather you can call it spaced repetition. It is used by many people and is one of the most effective studying methods.